Perez. Walto makes a run ahead of him. Bergkamp suddenly changed pace through the centre. It's Bergkamp! That's magnificent! The move, and then this, which left Davies Ass totally stranded.
Hello, dear viewer and listener and people riding their bike, and welcome to the I think it's number 32. Let me just check. It is the 32nd prediction for the ABW 23-24 season. With me, we have got the king of the hipsters. Chris thought he was being hipsterish. What nonsense did Chris pick? He picked Núñez and Atletico Madrid. I mean,
I saw those. There were some pretty...
It's ridiculous.
Wow. What can I say?
He's off his trolley. He's tried to outdo you, but I doubt he's going to do that. With me to do this is, even though I'm nearly 20 minutes late because we're sorting out my brother's stuff, it's Josh, and he waited there silently and quietly without throwing. I'd have gone mad. I'd have fired you. I'd have fired everyone again. It's Josh.
Well, Danny, I don't know if you've caught up on WhatsApp yet, but there's plenty of passive-aggressive messages across into the ABW main chat.
Good. I've trained you well.
Just to make sure that people knew that I was on time for once.
For once. Chris was 7 minutes late.
Wow. And you went and beat that. So Chris can't even have that today. He's lost his hipster crown and he's lost being the latest.
Can't. It's an absolute disgrace. We've got Phil Macker is there. Chris killed pre-season buzz. I hope Josh is going to restore it. Jimmy Hughes is there again. Evening all. Sai is there. Just watches Chris's prediction. # Chris out. Fair enough. And Boy 10, I called Henri, told him to remove Chris. Yes, indeed. Are you buoyant? First of all, are you going to be available on Thursday for the podcast?
Yes.
We won't talk too much about the Charity Shield then. Have you had a good afternoon? That's what we're going to talk about that instead.
I had a lovely afternoon. Actually, can I do the podcast on Thursday? No, that's a complete lie. I can't.
No? No. What do you think of the Charity
But
Shield?
Yes, Charity Shield. It was an interesting setup. I don't know if, Man City have they've lost the last 3 on the bounce.
Have they?
Yeah. Because that was the thing, that the last 2 teams to win the Charity Shield haven't won the league. So part of me felt like, to help contain that rule, we should have lost it and not won. But here we go. We've got the first trophy of the season. Because Man City, if they'd won it, first one and first of 7 trophies they could potentially win this year.
Not anymore. 6. Oh yeah, it would have been 6. The first. Yeah, we've read it now. We've won 4.
Yeah, so it's not a real trophy now, but I enjoyed the game generally. It was interesting to see what was going on. Obviously, I think a lot of people
post. To put it on record, I was here on time. You put it at that 1 minute past 10, so you were actually late.
No, I was technically here on time, but I had to wait for you to be late. That's why I had to do it at 1 minute past, just in case you turned up. Yes.
I heard the bongs. So,
but otherwise,
go on.
Yeah, I thought we played potentially quite well. I think it's not how we're going to play every game, because there's only so many teams that are better than us, and that's not many.
That has made people anxious to know what you're going to pick, because if you've done that. Havertz, do you think he was just playing in that role just because he thought, well, Jesus is out, I might as well give it a go? We know what Eddie can and can't do in that position.
Yeah, I think that's exactly it. We know what we're going to get. And Havertz, we knew we weren't going to have much of the ball. I think that's one of the things. And Havertz gives us that presence up there. I think if Balogun was available, maybe we would have tried him. To show how much of a friendly it probably was or wasn't. But Havertz there, you could see how he was backing into the man, holding up the play, being more of that target man, almost the Giroud type that we have been calling out for a while. And he certainly fits that mould for us. But again, as I say, I don't think it's where we'd see him play in the majority of the season. I think he's still in for that left. I think it's the Xhaka role. He brings more attacking presence to that role that we saw from Xhaka last year. I know some people say, he's not defensively as good, but Xhaka wasn't necessarily doing that. this time, especially last season. And I think you'd also look at it that maybe we lose 1 or 2 goals going backwards, but I'd also expect Havertz to be chipping in with 5 or 6 more goals than Xhaka did last season. So I think there's a benefit there, and it's one of those that it's so on a knife edge for how you win the league now. It is literally, it's the same reason why we're looking for another goalkeeper. It can be slipping up as a draw is enough for you to lose the title now. Just one draw, that's enough. Or one loss somewhere because one player just isn't fit or just has an off game. That is enough now to throw an entire season out with the juggernaut that is Manchester City.
It is. So if you think that Havertz is going to play in that position, how often are we going to have the midfield trio of Partey at the base, Ødegaard and Rice? Because I thought that's going to be the future going forward.
I think that's the future when we play teams that we don't need to break down, that are going to try and attack us. That's where I see that, where we need the cover. Yeah, where we need the cover, that's where both of them come in.
That does make more sense. Dallas 4 into Miami 4. Did Messi score?
He scored twice.
He scored 2 and a penalty. So he's now got 7 goals in 3 games.
4 games, and that makes him the 4th top goal scorer in Inter Miami's history.
Ha! Oh, fucking hell. Luckily, I use equaliser after this, a levelator to level that out, because fuck me, that's... and he scored 2 for Argentina midweek. That's December. Why has it gone all the way back to December? Last matches. Absolute nonsense. It isn't even showing the Miami ones. I mean, that's MLS racism there for you in full effect.
It doesn't play for the MLS.
PSG.
They haven't played for the MLS yet.
Yeah,
this is all the League's Cup.
And they invented a new cup, didn't they?
Yeah, the League's Cup. It's fancy.
Consummate liar. Oh, indeed. Josh, Phil has picked up on that. Are you a consummate liar?
Well,
I suppose if you were and you lied, we'd never know.
Oh, exactly. Who knows?
Oh, dear. All right, let's go and have a little butchers at what you're going to do, and you're going to tickle people's fancies with your prediction. So just to confirm, your name is Josh. And your username is Josh the Human 23.
It is.
And you got that tattooed on your body?
Yes, but I won't tell you where.
Oh, cheeky. And you are part of ABW?
Yes, I believe so.
You're not quite the legendary status yet because you haven't left. You can only be a legend once you've left. And then only if you're good.
I could always put living legend.
Oh, you could do. Well, I won't. So, Premier League winner, are you going to go over... This made me put 115 charges FC. Are you going to make me do something as silly as that? Because you're not picking Arsenal, are you?
No, I'm not picking Arsenal, but I'll wait to do something silly when it comes to Championship. Yeah, no, Manchester City. There's one for the punters to hook them in to stay later. Who am I going to pick for Championship winner?
Oh, you got people excited. So you go Man City for the league.
Yes, Man City for the league.
Oh, for fuck's sake, look, I've just cut and paste. The cut and paste hasn't worked. Oh, it's all gone tits up.
Oh, that's all got Pete Tong.
Good job it wasn't porn.
That's what I'd like, actually. Yeah, that's what I'd actually like to be in there. Would be a link to John's OnlyFans.
Oh, we don't talk about that. Because I didn't get the discount.
No, true.
So where have you got Arsenal finishing? You're not going to say third like Chris, are you?
No, I'm going to say second. Who did Chris think was going to finish ahead of Arsenal?
He said Liverpool.
Okay, I get that.
What an idiot.
I get that.
At least he didn't say Lyon or Marseille or some nonsense.
That's true. He's Klopp is doing an excellent job at building one of the most expensively assembled glass cannons.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's going to be an interesting one. But
I'm surprised he hasn't brought the Ox back and tried to get Theo Walcott there as well, just make them completely fragile. Ridiculous. That midfield is going to do nothing.
Oh yeah, unless they get someone that knows how to defend in there with legs, then yeah.
I mean, they got rid of Fabiano and Henderson, and fatty old bloody long legs at Southampton. What's he called? Fatty Milner.
Milner is at Brighton.
Oh yeah, but then it's Lallana that went to Brighton.
Yeah, he's also at Brighton. Yes. They're both there. But yeah, they lost Keita, Oxlade-Chamberlain. They've lost 7 midfielders, and they've got 1 out injured as well. Thiago wants to go back to Barcelona. Yeah,
that's not worked out well, has it? It's a shock.
Nope.
He was brilliant. Hell of a player.
He is.
And they got rid of Gigi Wijnaldum as well, another wonderful player. I
but that was
get
a
the feeling
while
he doesn't
ago.
know what he's doing.
He's just bored now, isn't he?
Yeah,
He's got his new teeth. He's got his new
he-
eyes. You don't care.
He's
What's
still
more
got
to
his
do?
crooked chin, and he's yeah. So what are you going to go for Arsenal top goal scorer? All right, give us who you're going to have third in the Premier League. Have you got any rough idea? Just so we can get some kind of grasp.
Let me have a look, because maybe I did a list
Ooh.
of where I thought everyone was going to finish. No, and then
Yes.
someone shouted at me. I think it's going to be Manchester United.
Do you really think they're going to pull it together? I mean, they've not really spent any money, though, have they?
They've just spent, what, 60 million or 70 million on a child from Atlanta.
Yeah, Chris reckons they're going to get 15 goals this season at least.
Yeah, I think he looks like a player that will fit their system. And if he can stay fit, then he's better than most other options they've got. It's that question on how well do Liverpool do? How well did Chelsea do as well? Because there's that big thing that 8 Premier League sides are going to be in Europe next season. Tottenham and Chelsea aren't either of them, aren't in that 8.
Yeah.
So that's pretty wild.
It is. People are turning up. So Arsenal top goal scorer all competitions.
Arsenal top goal scorer all competitions is Martinelli.
He's looking good, isn't he?
He's looking good, and I think the reason why he wasn't top goal scorer last season was because when Jesus got injured, and Nketiah and Xhaka spent 3 months of the season not passing to Martinelli, so he couldn't get another shot on goal.
Hello.
Yeah, it's like hello. And Nketiah only knew how to pass to Saka, so I feel like now that we've got a couple more options up top, obviously Jesus is now injured for God knows how long, so maybe it's all going to go Pete Tong.
Yes. Where's Spurs going to finish?
Oh, this is where my first hipster one comes in. If Harry Kane stays 11th, if he
11th?
leaves 7th.
Oh, good God. Have you got your numbers back to front? Are you
No,
struggling
I think they get better if Kane leaves.
Well, who's going to score the goals? They can't defend. Their
Sounds
goalkeeper is a joke.
Sounds outrageous.
Yeah.
Richarlison.
But
That's my hipster choice.
He celebrated 3 goals last season, but only scored 1.
Yes, but remember
How are you going to wiggle your way out of that?
Remember who the manager was of that side?
It was
it was the man who was anti-football in terms of Antonio Conte, who just hated Richarlison. We also had Kane in there, who only wants to score goals and doesn't want to do anything else. No one's allowed to score goals unless you're Harry Kane. And then they had Ryan Mason was there. Oh, boy, Tendio's not happy.
No, you're a heretic. You will be burnt as a witch. So when was the ex-Wolves manager there? Was he there before or after Conte?
Nuno de Espirito Santo was who they started the season with last year because Conte was on an 18-month contract. They had an entire season of Conte until he decided Spurs are shit.
That's it. And then they had the part-timer, and then start of the season they had Conte. Yep. Got it.
Yeah.
So you're going to pick which? So is Kane staying though? That's the question. That's what I need to put in here.
Yeah, that's where
you think he's staying. He's not going to Bayern.
Well, yeah, I guess Charlie's been too busy trying to tie him up to a lifetime boots deal with a company that doesn't make boots.
I'm wearing some at the moment. Skechers, they're lovely.
Fucking idiot. Well, I don't think that's a ringing endorsement for shoes, is it?
I haven't knowingly moved or stood up since the 90s.
Exactly. Superb shoes for a man who hasn't walked for 30 years.
Yeah. They've lasted me 4 years so far, and it was good as new.
Yeah, soles never touched the ground.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh dear. So what are you going to go for? 6th or 11th?
I'm going to go.
Chelsea put in a bid for him.
I'm going to go 11th.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okie dokie, 11th. Because Chelsea are sniffing around for a striker, and the more desperate they'll get closer to transfer deadline day, and he'll do wonders at Chelsea. He'll ruin them.
He probably will.
League Cup and FA Cup. Who have you got for these? FA Cup first. So you're going to go hipsterish. Look at that. Someone.
Oh, yeah.
Lion Guna.
I heard about
Brighton just for you.
No, he's an idiot. He's
Yeah,
an
okay,
idiot.
fair
They're not
enough.
getting close to it.
He's an idiot. You can write that
Yeah.
down.
Yeah, you can write that down. If you had Europa League winner in, that might be a different different
I didn't want to
answer.
confuse people. I wanted
Yeah,
to
it's
put
true.
those two in.
I still don't understand why people are putting Aston Villa in here for as well. Obviously, Seb, I know he was going to put Villa in for some trophy. But
What a
did
good
Seb
talker he is.
I know. Where did Seb put it?
There we go.
Where did he have Villa? He had League Cup, did he? No.
Yeah, no. League Cup, Man City, FA Cup, Chelsea,
Oh.
and Villa 7th.
Yeah, I mean, everybody should pay attention to that. The Aston Villa fan didn't think they're winning a trophy this season. Idiots. No, they will win a competition, but they'll win the Europa Conference.
Yeah.
That's what they'll win.
And then Europa League next year and the Champions League the year after that.
Yeah, that's the way Emery loves to do it. And they'll probably finish mid-table, like 14th or something this season.
Yeah.
But yeah, FA Cup winner. There's a long way around going. Manchester City.
You've gone and made people, you've given them a little shimmy shammy, sting like a wasp, die like a butterfly,
Yeah.
and then you've gone in with the obvious.
Yes. I mean, they're built to win trophies
Double
towards the end of the season. Yeah, I think they're going to win the
double.
Should we go into the League Cup winner?
Go on then.
Liverpool.
Oh, only one person, or two have picked Liverpool. LL Cool James and Gav. I mean, you're in the same room as Gav there. I mean, it's not too late to change it.
No, I'll stick with that one.
Knows nothing.
Yeah, but that's fine because a broken clock is right at least twice a day.
Not if you smash it and take the hands off.
True.
Not if you cut his hands off and throw him in the bin. Or it's a digital watch. Carry on.
Could be. Now, I don't know whether or not to compete with Chris. I have a logical answer here, but I was actually thinking, do I go left field?
Yes, might as well. I've made all mine. I'm clueless. Up at Arsenal.
Yeah, it's true. I'm going to do this with a massive tongue-in-cheek. The only people that will know about this is the 8 people that are watching this. I'm going to say Napoli.
Will that all rest on whether Starboy stays? Because apparently the sand people have made an offer. Can't remember which one.
No, it's fine. The one I am worried about. Well, are you thinking about Osman? I see about if he stays fit. Yeah, if he stays fit, I think there's a chance. But so that team has been a little bit torn up.
I mean, the manager going doesn't help.
Yeah, that's true. Manager doesn't help, but yeah, I feel like there's something in there. That's where I'm going with the weirdness.
Yeah, not bad. Top goal scorer from the Premier League, all competitions.
I mean, there's only one answer here again, isn't it? It's that Norwegian meat shield.
He scored 1 goal in his last 10 competitive games, as I keep saying. If you're listening to this on iTunes, I'm sorry, but it is a fact.
It is a fact. But also, when he then didn't score any goals in the Community Shield without barely having a shot on target, he then scored 9 goals in 3 games. And comes up against Burnley. That's their first game. So, yeah.
I mean, he'll get 50 goals this season just against Luton.
Yeah, exactly.
What do you think of my prediction that Luton are going to break every record in the league? Least points, least goals, most conceded, and the first to concede double digits.
I think it'll be very close between Luton and Sheffield United. Sheffield United are weirdly, their team is getting dismantled by other teams. They're a bit of a mess. They've lost a lot of the core that they got them promoted. And now one of their best midfielders is looking to be going to Burnley. So it doesn't look too bright.
Did you know that both of Luton's goalkeepers are ex-Arsenal?
Is it James Shea and... is the other
Giant.
One? The Giant?
6'7".
Oh, now I'm lost. I should know. Matt Macy.
The basketball star. 6'7".
It's back down from his time up in Scotland fighting off the Giants.
Yes, so Luton are going to get absolutely smashed and good because I fucking hate Luton. I hate the place, I hate the stadium, I hate the people. So what are you going to go for Championship winner? And have you checked to see if anyone else has picked it?
They've not. Ipswich Town.
See, I think Loki said that today. He'd like Ipswich or Sheffield Wednesday to go up. Now I'm going to have to do some pressing of buttons while you talk.
Sheffield Wednesday, probably not. They're pretty close to probably going back down because they're an absolute mess. But Ipswich, It's one of those. They've got a manager in, I was trying to remember, McKenna, who is playing
Jeff? Is it Jeff McKenna,
No.
ex of Blackburn?
I think it's the other one, Ian McKenna.
What, the astronomer?
Yeah, that's the one. But yeah, they played some really interesting football last season.
It is Kieran McKenna, to be sure.
That's it.
He played for Spurs.
Yeah.
He's 37.
Yeah. He's a bit like they've got a bit of Potter-esque going in terms of creating a lot of chances, playing really good, aggressive football. And it's not unknown for a League One side to then absolutely blitz the Championship the next season.
Luton, Bournemouth,
Southampton.
Brentford.
That's what I was thinking in terms of attacking football. So yeah, they've got a really good structure behind them. They'll probably end up just being in the playoffs, but it's a bit boring saying Southampton. Leicester aren't getting close as well. Who put QPR, by the way?
That was someone on crack. That is Mr. Waffles from the chat. And I said, do you know anything about the Championship? He said, nope. I don't even think he knew it existed.
No. Yeah. QPR are probably going to rival Luton in the Premier League for points tallies. They are
fucked.
Basket case.
They are running the bottom of the league already. And there's only been one game.
One game in.
Oh,
I mean, it could be worse.
But it's going to be a very interesting season in the Championship, and it's worth keeping an eye on. You've got some really decent teams, some really good young managers.
Yeah, definitely. Well, you've got Middlesbrough, under Carrick. The only thing that I think slows Middlesbrough down is if a Premier League side goes pretty quickly with their manager and looks to bring him in. I'm looking particularly at a club based in the Midlands, where he may end up at if they end up sacking their manager, which I think they will. But that's a spoiler for later on. But I think Borough will be up there. I don't think Leicester will. I think that side's still going to have a few more players picked off from it. And I'm looking at some of their forward options. I would be shocked if come the end of the transfer window, they still have Daka, Iheanacho and Vardy as their three striker options.
I mean, that's a 200 goal a season team, them three.
It should be. And if anybody wants to know more about Patson Daka and how good he can be, just ask Tom, because he knows him from Salzburg.
Certainly does. And he's a 20-30 million pound player if he was still playing for Salzburg. Which they'll probably be able to pick up for half that, because he's also on 20-30 million pound player wages that you can't afford in the Championship.
Probably. And that's what I'd expect. Someone coming in from France, or Monaco just looking for a striker now. I don't know, they're sniffing after Balogun. They'll probably have a sniff down in the Championship as well. See what they can get out of there.
Hasn't one of their beefcakes just got injured and done his ACL?
Mbolo. Mbolo's just on his ACL.
He's a unit.
He is a bit of a unit.
But to see his record, someone put a tweet of his injury record, 2 pages.
Horrendous.
Yeah.
Horrendous.
I mean, if you'd been in a bus crash and rolled down a hill into a volcano and then got eaten by a crocodile, you'd have less injuries. Not lucky.
No.
In fact, unlucky. Do you so ready to shake the footballing world up with your prediction of the first manager to be fired?
Yeah, I've realised I was going to be. It's Pep Guardiola. No, Lopetegui. I think it's the obvious one at the moment. I think anyone thinking, who am I going to shit on this time? Anyone that said Sean Dyche is an idiot.
Yeah,
because who are Everton going to get in?
That's our bloody Canadian Jeff.
Oh, Jeff, you're an idiot.
Oh, there's a war.
Yeah, that's it. Started an international incident now. Sean Dyche is the manager you want if you're in a relegation battle, and the only reason they're going to get rid of Everton and get rid of their manager is because they're in a relegation battle. So I can't see them doing that.
And the other one was Mike McDonald, the legendary blogger.
Yes. He had some very good
fights, didn't you?
Yeah, I know. I swing big. We'll put it that way. I did notice after I listened to Mike's picks, and Cuckoo then got ruled out for 3 months.
Yes.
with an injury. It was not ideal.
I wonder if done a big poop in the bed there.
Yeah, I wonder if there's any players I can accidentally upset with doing that. Hopefully not Martinelli.
No, you don't want to do that. That would be sad times. So you've gone for the Lopetegui.
Yep.
Good, because I can't say his name, so good riddance.
That's fine.
And what do you think of my one of Postecoglou?
No, I think he'll stay unless he manages to upset them so much. As in them, I mean Harry Kane, or tells Daniel Levy he's not allowed to sit with the players anymore because it's bloody weird.
Oh, he sits with the players.
Yeah, did you not watch the Amazon documentary with them?
No, I did not watch anything to do with Spurs ever.
Oh, yeah. Daniel Levy would sit down in the canteen with all the players to kind of think that maybe, one of them, they're my friends, and they're all like,
how's the missus?
Yeah, like go away, you're weird and creepy and small.
Oh dear, no! I watch absolutely nothing to do with Spurs. Even when we're playing them, I look with one eye and only look at our players.
No,
I'm not having any of it. Oh well, there you go. There's your mix. There's nothing too crazy there, apart from Napoli and Ipswich. You've gone a bit hipsterish on both of those, and the rest of it, you pick Man City to do the double again. Will that be 3 doubles in a row they'll have done?
Yeah.
Who's won what?
They didn't win the FA Cup the year before, did they?
I got no idea.
I was trying to think who won it. Maybe it wasn't us. We won it the year before.
Yeah, so I'm just going to scroll down and see.
Liverpool
with a history. Last season they did the double. Oh, they didn't do it the season before that either.
No, was it Liverpool?
I don't know. The winner of the season before that was Liverpool beat Chelsea on penalties after 0-0. And the season before that, they got to the semi-final again.
And that was us. We knocked them out. Didn't we?
Did we?
Oh, no, sorry. No. Was it Leicester and then the season before?
Yeah, Leicester beat Chelsea 1-0 in the final.
Oh.
I honestly thought they'd just done 3 doubles in a row.
No.
They've only ever done 2. 18, 19 and 22, 23. Well, that's restored my faith in football a little bit.
Yeah, see, they're not taking all the trophies, just most of them.
Yeah, the FA Cup final. There you go. So they've only ever done 2 doubles, and we've done 3.
Hooray! And
we have the moral victory.
Yep, without committing any atrocities.
And I'm looking forward to the day when I click on the Man City page on Wikipedia, and all those little boxes that are yellow with a W in have all been crossed out, a la Juventus and or Marseille. That's what I'm looking for. Void and null and void and gone. Avon says, evening. Hope Chris wasn't annoyed with me. No, Avon. You can do whatever you want, Avon. Yeah, so that's it. That's it, Josh. So in January, have we got a chance, do you think, to win the league? Is it nailed on that we won't?
Is it nailed on we won't? Well, I mean, there's always a chance, but I think it's highly unlikely.
Is there anybody we can buy to change your opinion?
Haaland. Man City. Haaland and De Bruyne, probably. They're probably the 2 players we can get. Yeah, it looks pretty difficult. I know they have got quote unquote weaker by some of the players they've let go, but I still think there's still that machine that will grind out kind of trophies. I do think there'll be a little bit of them. I still don't think they've done enough work to bring in more hungry players. I think maybe because Haaland's only just won the treble. He may want to try and win multiple trophies, but generally there's a lot of players in there that have now won everything. And how hungry are they going to be to win it again?
Do you hear about Dwight York after they did the triple? Do you hear what he said to Alex Ferguson?
No.
I've lost all enthusiasm for the game. Can I have a year off with full pay? That was someone talking to Tony Livesey or one of the Radio 5 shows, and it was one of his teammates. Because that's the only place I'd have listened to where they were talking, because I've not listened to any football podcast. Apart from today, I listened to The Price of Football, which is
very good. In
one hand, it makes me very, very happy with Kieran Maguire, and in the other hand, I can't stand the bloke he does it with. Nasally, all his teeth are all stuck together. Ooh, I suppose he's got teeth, unlike me. Mine. Oh, well, there you go, Josh. We are all done. So you're looking forward to the new season. Are you excited?
I'm very excited for the new season.
Good.
Can't wait for it to get started. And at some point, I'll remember who Arsenal are opening the season against, because every time I think about it, it's different. I thought it was Forest, then thought it was Palace. Now I wasn't sure.
Yeah,
and then I just can't be bothered to use the internet because it's too difficult.
The internet is overrated.
Exactly. What I'm more interested in is, when is the third kit coming out?
That's it. That monstrosity. It is that we're playing at home on Saturday, 12:30 kickoff, and the next one is away to Palace at 8 o'clock on night. Why is it 9 fucking days between games?
Yeah, I knew that we had an evening
fucking England games.
No, there's no England games.
I think it's just it must be a Monday night or something.
Yeah, it's Monday night. That's why I thought we were opening it with. I thought it was that Monday night game because how much everybody was going on about it.
And then we Fulham at home, Man United at home, Everton away, and then we will destroy Spurs on the 24th of September at home.
Fingers crossed.
Demolish them. Right, on those words of victory, like some kind of Viking call to arms, it's time to end the show, Josh. So you can say some wise words, you can say goodbye and give them a little wave, and I will end the show.
Okay. Well, thank you to all. We've now got more people, now that they know I'm leaving, watching the show than when we started.
Them's the breaks.
Yep. I feel slightly offended by that. But oh well, you can rewatch it and you may see me on later this season. Probably not ABW.
Oh, fired.
Yeah. That's it.
Well,
I was 20 minutes. I was 20 minutes early.
Yet.
Bye.
I'm just not going to do it and leave you waving.
Yeah, I know. To be fair, I could do this. I've got all the access.
You should be the queen.
Super user. Well, I don't know about that.
On that breaking pride. On that bombshell, we're going to go. Bye bye.
Bye bye.
As soon as I scored that goal, I was fucking livid. Get down, dog. Splendid business.
He nearly caught the bloody thing. What are you talking about?
So I've just eaten a full quiche. Well, you don't often see them at Ibs, so when you see them in the supermarket, they need to be swagged, microwaved immediately, and get the brown sauce on and bosh, Bob's your uncle.
Never in doubt.